They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way up, way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got a soul view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation, now I got rollies, all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Water on bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. Oh, I ain't make it this far for myself, yeah. I had to prove to everybody else, I had to set them straight, yeah. I had to boss, so I had to renovate, I know. They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah. I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate.
Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today.
What's up, Smack Smack? Burn Lab, y'all. Murder ones who keep me on connected. Hashtagging these guys, changing the viewers. I read, keeping underage, smoking on social media, definitely killing myself for your entertainment. Sitting here with friends and family, starting a cannabisation, killing myself for your entertainment, y'all. This is what I'm here for. This is what I do. I appreciate Smack Smack coming through. I appreciate everybody coming through. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever time you is watching this, I do appreciate it. Had to get everything set up. It's been a while since I've been going on. Just got off your live. I can't even follow you no more. I don't even see you. Oh my God, what's up? I appreciate everybody showing the love. I appreciate everybody showing the love, putting the comments in. Today, for y'all, since y'all up in here, I really just want to talk about news and allegations because I don't know if y'all heard about Shannon Sharpe, the commentator, the ex-NFL Super Bowl winner, how he got allegations and how they're going after him. I want to talk about, how all these allegations are going around against certain people, and then it never goes to court or they settle out of court. And should we entertain allegations and stuff like that. That's what I want to go over today. But first and foremost, y'all, I always want to start off my show with marijuana news and coverage that is going on. I think that's the best way to start off my show. And I always said that I was going to do this, but then I end up getting into so much other stuff that I kind of forget to come back over here and do this. So without further ado, I'm gonna always make sure that I always do some type of marijuana news. At least give it 30 minutes of our time. I think it just is deserving of that. Just going over news coverages and stuff like this. Daily shooting. This happened a day ago.
The following
Daily
breaking
shooting at a dispensary. And yet again, anybody want to come over there, do inbox me, come on live. We can talk about it. We can always get on it, do it, and do it well. We can always shut that down. I forgot. So let's get into this story. Pull it up. Ooh, y'all like that? Let's get into this story. I just want y'all to hear this. I'm saying first 30 minutes we're going over news coverage. Let's go.
News right now in South Whittier. That's where LA County Sheriff's deputies are investigating a dead right next to that marijuana dispensary.
NBC4's Lauren Coronado is live at the scene with what investigators are saying about this crime. Lauren.
Lynette, Adrian, good morning. Deputies say one man was shot and killed. We're on Telegraph right now, and you'll still see a few deputies, investigators who have gathered outside that dispensary. I also want to let morning commuters know that a portion of Telegraph is
Anybody think that getting it federally regulated through the government that dispensaries will be safer? Anybody think that? Anybody have that assumptions that if dispensaries were federally regulated, marijuana was federally regulated, would dispensaries be getting hit as much? Would it be safer? Would it be more easier for banks to deal with it? These are things I don't think people actually look at. And I do mean that because I see a lot of cases, and yet again, we're back, y'all. So we're gonna be going over a lot of cases. And you're gonna see this case. And if y'all watched the show yesterday, in the beginning, it was a lady who wanted the feds to regulate it more because she wanted marijuana to be decriminalized more. And yet again, it sounds good, it sounds wonderful, but it doesn't sound realistic. I also did a report yesterday. I can bring up her picture real quick. I did this story yesterday of this lady who has a good job and she smokes weed after she gets out of work, and now she can't go back to work or she can't drive because she has marijuana in her system. And I did another story too yesterday in the UK, how the UK, not the UK, Australia has a so-called drug test for marijuana and meth to see if usage. And I was like, man, if they got it out there, we kind of need it out here. We needed something to verify to be more efficient. If we had more efficient equipment to go over what's going on, I think we have better results into how to regulate marijuana. And I think people will see that regulating it for Nevada is not cool. I think I did this yesterday. Yeah, I did this story yesterday. Okay. So this part, y'all, is where they're pointing fingers at a problem that they was getting through and they blame weed for the rest of their downfall. You was already feeling low, you was already feeling bad. So therefore when you started smoking weed, you felt worse and then the proposition and you so called fell off the bandwagon. This is what they're trying to allude to and have us deal with for 2025. Since there's not too many medical reports saying that it's bad or it's causing harm, we're just gonna get people to come on here and do the blame game. Remember when I said yesterday, if you was watching me yesterday, for people that's actually watched the show, tune in, I appreciate it, that the news coverage is always gonna start painting this picture to paint a light in a favoritism of how they want to tell a story. And I do want to start pointing out and showing people that these stories are not biased. These stories are not cut down the middle to be equal and say, hey, this is a story. And okay, I may give my opinion about it, but the story be already opinionated. It's not down the middle. The story we did about China and the tariffs yesterday, and China put out a report compared to what is supposed to be looked at as over here in America. I think I said this yesterday. It's not about keeping in your mind that this can't happen. We understand. I get that you're having trials and tribulations in your life and you use mechanisms, drugs, or whatever around you to cope. I get that. But to sit up here and say that, hey, just because I started on drugs, you could have started on Tylenols. You could have started taking shots of alcohol. It really doesn't matter what you take to start with. The whole premise is that you started it and hopefully that you get off of it. Now, yes, it can happen. I'm agreeing with the dude, it can happen. But I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, yeah, I'm gonna think about it all the time. Yeah, I could be on meth tomorrow. Look how that sounds. I can be doing I can be doing uh crack just in like 2 weeks. I think there was mental responsibility for a person taking action, especially if we were to get into this man debate, men versus women, and I'm not getting like versus, but like men, you're men, we're men. You're supposed to be out here leading an example for as what's going on. Okay, I am gonna play a little bit of this. I don't know if I'm getting in trouble. Cannabis legalization news are talking about federal cannabis legalization and why they are still waiting for 2025. This will go a little bit longer to what I'm getting into. We still got a good 15 more minutes. So I'm going to play a little bit of this for y'all. Oh, I like this. I even like how he beginning it. So I'm just going to play it for the beginning. I do like this sometimes, but I'm going to do it like this. It's just a little story. But I do want y'all to hear me out. Let me know if I need to turn it up too. Yes, I do believe this is a problem. I'm going to announce this is a problem. I do agree this is a problem with alcohol taking over the cannabis program. It's like Tim Pool said, we do not want the mainstream media taking over YouTube and podcasts and these little platforms that we have taken into our own spaces and make a few dollars out of. We do not want that. You don't want $1 billion industry, marijuana industry, where you can come in, get your dollars, make something out of nothing, and have another industry take over. You don't want that. Sorry for the bad feeds and stuff like that. I'm just noticing I'm seeing that, so I'm just like, ooh. Trying to see if I can figure this out real quick. Trying to be more business friendly so you can try to be more business friendly so you can sit down with banks and get better bank loans and stuff like that. So that's basically what this process is working on. And yet again, banks it's unassuring because no, I guess I'm guessing in a mainstream 1%, there's no big company that's taking over weed that's running it. You got a guy that's really making waves. You got two or three big companies that's making waves. You know what I'm saying? But yet again, you don't have no big person that's gonna put a big lump sum of money down just in case of the backlash or anything downfall to turn marijuana into a stock. Now it's gonna be a stock, but yet again, for it to be federally regulated, for banks to understand it, to get along with it, it has to be basically a stock brand. You want to turn it into like a Bitcoin. Person, a person like Kennedy, a person like Billy Robinson, a person that goes to these consumers with drugs and pills and try to get a passing of a drug to be used and you know what I'm saying, waste millions of dollars and $1 billion and you know what I'm saying, they work for a minute and 10 years down the road you find out it doesn't work. You're pursuing a company for millions of dollars and stuff like that after a company that made trillions off of it just for round up situation. This is what the Feds is looking at and see like, I don't see how we can do that. You know what I'm saying? They haven't went to the FDA. They haven't went to none of these regular federal regulated companies and tried to break it down and say, hey, this type of product I got. This is what I'm trying to move for. This is what I'm trying to do. I told you, marijuana would have to become a Bitcoin. Other way, it needs to be another strategy of sale to convince the government, hey, we can do business with you. Just can't say, hey, I can sell it to anybody. You can grow 8 pounds in your backyard, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. It's like you selling Tylenols at Walmart, but you're also making Tylenols. You know what I'm saying? Even though you can, there's those special remedies. But yet again, if they sort of find out that you're making drugs like that, if they find out you're growing weed in your home and you're in the right state, you're not going to jail. There's no trouble. There's no backlash. I don't want to spend too much time on that. But there's for people who are always thinking, I ain't gonna say who I was thinking. Yeah, who are always thinking that why the feds are not kicking in and what is it going to take for them to kick in. It's moves like that. Hold on, y'all. I gotta switch this on over. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that like button if you like to. I've always said that because I'll switch it, but my thing over, you know. Okay, y'all, we're gonna get the draft. The NFL draft is today, and people are assuming where people are going in the draft. Everybody got their picks and stuff like that. I'm saying that because of the allegations and rumors that's surrounding Shannon Sharp. And I wonder if I could just find this out. I was hearing a little bit about it. Not knowing too much about it. Just hearing just a little bit about it. But I just think this was just a nice quick summary. I bet you I'm not gonna. Yeah, a nice quick summary of what's going on from somebody just to catch y'all up, just so I can get into this topic. So I bring this up to ask this first question before I get into my so-called rant. Let me find. First of all, let me see if I can at least put Shadow Sharp up here on the screen. At least get Shannon Sharp up on the screen. So people like, oh, I thought you were talking about Shannon Sharp, or you talking about Candace Owens? No, I'm talking about Shannon Sharp. Well, I'm talking about allegations, period. And the simple fact, like, should allegations be enough to ruin your career without going to court? No, no substantial evidence, just somebody coming out in the blue and saying something. Should that be enough just to ruin your career? Bad people are out here. Yes, I do get it. Good people out here too. Good, but both sides, good and bad, gets these allegations. And once a allegation is once said about you, once it's just spoken about you, it's just supposed to be so true. The Me Too, Don't Be Left Behind, all that stuff, it's supposed to be true. And I understand that bad things happen to people. But allegations, Shadow Sharp don't like it. Okay. Plenty of people that look up to Shadow Sharp that like, man, I watch his podcast. If it wasn't Shadow Sharp, I probably wouldn't be listening to whatever the heck I'm doing. And people have felt safe with coming on his show and sitting down and talking and stuff like that. But now he got an allegation. And then his community will come out here and say, hey, y'all, Shannon Sharp was getting to the bag. He was making too much money. You know what happens when a black person makes too much money? They got to get to the pockets. That's what they're going to say. That's what you're going to hear. So what if that's true? What if we have to say, you know what? It seems to be true. It seems that everybody that's up there get hit. But what if it's just not black? What if it's just everybody that gets up there and start making millions actually get hit with some type of allegation? It's always an allegation. And I keep saying allegation a lot because I want people to understand it's like we didn't go to court. You know what I'm saying? This person said something about me. This person said something about you. We just supposed to sit here and believe it. And you know the media will run with it. What's his name? The Carmelo Anthony case. Allegations that he was being bullied and stuff like that. But then you got witnesses coming out and saying another thing, and you know, people going to a press conference. You got all this mixtures of stuff going on, and you're like, what is real? What is true? What is facts? Everybody is so opinionated nowadays. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody don't want to look at facts. It's like we can't even look at facts no more. Cause then like it's like, who facts is it? I don't want to know is it your facts or is it in your word. I want to know, is it the facts? When somebody commit murder and we looking for the murderer, we got the facts that person did it. We want to know factual that he did it. And I understand somebody in jail like, man, I'm innocent. I killed a person and I didn't do it. I killed a person and I didn't. this person passed away. I was just in the vicinity. We get we get these allegations out here through Johnny Depp. Like, it's just not just black or white. I'm just saying, it's just allegations, period, seems to ruin a person's career. Why does it go straight to ruining a career with no evidence? Why allegations ruin careers? What an ally am I not picking up? Is it the ally? Allegations? Ally. Gations. Shuns. So you want to break it down, like, is it that? Is the pronunciations? What makes it so easy? And then a regular common folk already believes that anybody in the government has done the most crookedest thing in the world. Then I heard this quote. You have good, you have bad. But you can't have them both when you're trying to so-called save something. Most people look at things that happen in real life, that happen going on right then and there, in the heat of the moment, prior to an action, and then they go spiritual, looking for God. I ain't trying to throw people off. I'm just trying to look for an allegation to why it ruins a career. So therefore, you have to look at different spectrums, different pockets of why. I understand that he did something. Oh, I've been through it too. I can relate. I know somebody else that's been through that. And I say that never happen again. I get it. But just because you heard it doesn't mean that you should go straight after that person. Got him. Let's go get him. Charleston White. Allegations with video proof. And he's still out here. Hasn't apologized. Nobody said that it's AI, but allegations. And the reason why he's still floating around here is because he's not mainstream. There's not no main contract. Can't nobody fire him. Can't nobody hear no outlash about Charleston White and be like, you know what, I can't take it. So just get rid of him so we can get rid of the problem. Shannon Sharpe, P. Diddy, Johnny Depp. These people has contracts, people who has to hear about what they did, why they did it, and be like, I can't take it. Then you want to know, like, P. Diddy, like, ain't nobody got his corner because, of what's going on. Different assumptions, Like, yeah, we got proof Diddy kicking a girl down the hallway and stuff like that. He like, I should go to counseling. Shannon Sharpe stepping away from ESPN, something that he loves, something that he wanted to do. Is he still going to do Nightcap? I don't know. Yet again, now he got to weigh out his options. He got to play chess with a person who was probably trying to play checkers and thought they were going to get a couple of kings and get a nice outcome. I don't know, but it looks like that. That's what you be seeing. That's what you see. You can't say that you don't see it like that. And if you don't, I get it. If it's none of your business, I truly understand. I'm just curious about allegations. If we can understand allegations, then you know what I'm saying. You got it. I heard allegations about rappers getting messed with by a certain community, but there was no outroar, it was no outrage. It was just, oh, we're picking on people. Now I ain't gonna bring it up because I don't want nobody getting all hostile. It's not a hostile moment. Just what is it? What do we look at for allegations? What does an allegation have to take for us to say that it's true, it is positive, it's going down? That is it. We got our bandit. Put the handcuffs on him, lock him up, take away his career, take away his job. How many allegations did Trump have? How many allegations did Trump have? Is it that true? Is it that real? I know a person that said he got an allegation on him that would ruin his career, ruin his life. I, I remember that. And trust me, everybody's going to be talking about this. It's going to be, what's crazy is people is probably going to be trying to slander Shannon Sharp without proof or evidence, just so they can throw him under the bus. Y'all finna hate me, but I gotta hear. I'm just gonna hear that just the intro of this. Piers Morgan. Just the intro should be enough to understand what the conversation. Just the intro alone should be just enough exciting just to put in my little 2 cents. Let's go back to allegations. This man went up here just to go visit somebody and got thrown under the bus so bad. So bad that they looked at him funny. People are looking at him funny. Like, why is we doing this? He kind of, it's not like he went and said, hey, I'm finna go to the White House. He got invited. And the media tore him up. People that was on the Democratic side tore him up. Tore him. He not a real Democrat. He bending the knee. They like to call it bending the knee. I just be thinking to myself, I look at some of this stuff, and I'm like, wow, why is we taking our time out to do what we do when it comes to people and how they do? Now, we elected Trump, and people elected Trump, and it's just like, wow, the whole world's coming in. You actually got people leaving the country. People have left the country over allegations that they think that World War III was going to happen. Not like he been in office in the first place. But they got the real assumption that World War III is coming and it's going to pop out. It's really finna crack. I don't know if that's amazing to y'all, amazing to me, but that is just horrendous. That people would think and take this time out to think like that. It's like, hey man, this is gonna happen. This is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it. Just think about that. Like, this is the first thing we're gonna come up in our minds. As soon as we see it, oh yeah. I'm like, man, I'm glad I don't think like that. I'm glad I don't see people like that. I'm glad I just like, hey, it is what it is. But yet again, I hope that this make it perfect. Everybody's not bad, yeah, but people, everybody's sin. We forget that, and some people don't believe in it, but everybody's sin, so therefore everybody's not perfect. But everybody probably has some type of good intention in their own way of thinking, way of mindsets and stuff like that. I think it's right. And that's the main thing that we're trying to do with the word for us. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I just want to get on here and do a video with y'all and talk about some things, because like this allegation stuff is finna be hitting all over the place. Y'all know? So, till next time, I'm your boy Capiche. I'm in here. We out here. We everywhere.